Hello everyone. I know it's been a while because I've just been in kind of a very long video stump. I haven't been able to have the time or the energy to make anything. I'd like to get back into this because I genuinely did enjoy making videos. It's been a while. So, if you've been here since the very beginning, I'm sorry about that. All of my videos in the beginning were kind of awful because it was 7th grade. But if you've been here since the very beginning, one of my very first videos was me trying to make a fox art doll that was a complete failure. This went much better. I'm very happy with how it turned out. I definitely couldn't have done it without my mom, so I decided, I mean, if I'm gonna start making videos, why not come back with a project video? And I think this one went much better than my first. Well, no, my first video was me making a couple of Among Us stuffed animals for my sister. That did not go so bad, but the next video definitely did. So this turned out way better. I'm very happy with it, and I definitely couldn't have done it without my mom, so thanks, Mom, because she helped a lot with it. Okay, so I have all this stuff with me right now. I'm gonna kind of explain what I was thinking for this. The project that I'm doing is we have to build a fish aquarium and plan everything out as if we were actually going to do it. For this, I decided I wanted to do a swamp theme because I think swamps are cool and why not. So I have all my stuff. We had to think this through as if we were actually going to build it. The cost of everything, how much like what kind of filter we were going to use, the heating system, how we were going to feed them. I couldn't actually my plan was to make a model of it, but also because I wanted to build like a fairy garden for a while, I decided I'm going to just combine the two because it's a project I'd been meaning to get done, and hey, it works out for my project. So the original idea was that I was going to have a tree in the middle with the heating and filters in it, and then have like the ponds and the water be most of the floor, save for like a few things of mud where I would put stepping stones so I could walk around and feed them. Again, this is not an actual thing I'm building, it's just a project that I had to think through and make up, and I decided to make a model of it. There's not actually going to be any fish in here. I mean, yeah. Okay, so voiceover time because I spent way too much time in the actual video talking about this thing. I have that container for the house. I have a little house that was supposed to represent the tree I originally wanted to put in there, as well as several swamp-like plants that would represent actual swamp plants. So I have those, which represent swamp milkweed that I spray painted pink for a pop of color. Next, I had this Christmas fern, which is an actual swamp plant. I don't think that's what this is intended to be. Cattails, of course, and moss, which, yeah. The first step to making this entire thing was cutting out this foam to fit inside, and then we also poured resin for the river, which I have clips of that later. But that was the base of it, because I didn't want to pour everything in and just have it on that bottom layer, so I had to cut it out, which my mom helped out. Thanks, Mom. Very satisfying noise. Queenie came outside to join us. She wasn't too happy. My sister forced her to be out there, so there's that. Next, I got Mod Podge and painted it on so I could sprinkle soil and sand onto the foam before pouring the resin into it for the river, and this is a clip that was really hard to do one-handed. Next, it was time to make the barrier for the resin. I know there's a better way to do this, but this was my mom's first time pouring resin, and so we had to make a tape barrier, which it didn't work out the best because it did leak on later, but it worked enough and it cured well, and it looks amazing. Once the resin cured, we couldn't exactly get the mold off. The tape and the cardboard made it impossible to pull out, so we had to cut around that. Next, it was time to decorate. The first thing I did was put the house in, and then I added the swamp milkweed, which was the little pink flowers. All in all, this project came together really well, and I'm really happy with the final result. I think it looks wonderful, and I can't wait to decorate it for other seasons and holidays. I have all these plans, and I'm super excited for it. Here were the final results. Feel free to let me know what you think of it, and I hope you guys have a nice day. Bye!